Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about constipation again. Yesterday we talked about what foods to avoid, so today I'm going to talk about what foods you can incorporate. So, the guidelines within this is that you want to look for foods that are high in fiber and water content, because if you increase your fiber but don't also increase your water, fiber by itself can still constipate you, too much fiber with not enough water. So you want to look for foods that contain both fiber and water. And also you want to increase your water intake as well with that. And you also want foods that are nutrient dense. So a lot of vitamins and minerals and micronutrients come into play when it comes to your gut health and your motility. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're eating a well-rounded, nutrient-dense diet. So some foods to consider when you trend towards constipation are things like vegetables. So vegetables are one of those things that contain water and a lot of fiber as well. So things like peas and broccoli and asparagus. A lot of vegetables are great if you have constipation. Fermented foods are great. So if you're eating things like sauerkraut, or you can get a bag sometimes of fermented vegetables that's a mix of things like carrots and sauerkraut and things like that. Kimchi is another great option. Kombucha you might want to incorporate. I don't always recommend yogurt because it is dairy based and it's also super high in sugar most often. So I do like things like Coyo, C-O-Y-O, which is a coconut yogurt that has the probiotics in it, but also only has 1 gram of sugar. So that is an option if you do want to go the yogurt route. But things like prunes, I wouldn't necessarily recommend chugging down a lot of prune juice. Again, that's high in sugar. We're looking for the whole foods option. So prunes have the fiber, they have the vitamins, they have the nutrients, it has some water in it. It's a whole food, it's a real food. That's going to be best. And then, of course, things like lentils and beans. So those are high fiber foods that are beneficial to have in your diet when you trend towards or are struggling with constipation. So yesterday we talked about what foods to avoid, and today we talked about what foods to incorporate. Hope this was helpful.